You know, I'm really glad this mode exists. It's nice to feel like I'm not on rails while I jack enemy ships. It's almost like it's called Rail. Welcome back to How Hard Could It Be. Let's do this. Railjack Revised. I actually managed to get into the test server for this. No footage because I'm a dingus who didn't record my 2 missions worth of gameplay and thought I'd be able to play Sunday night. I was wrong. Oh well, here are my brief thoughts. First, some of the proposed changes I did not get to play around with. Valence transfer for railjack weapons and such is a really neat idea. I look forward to it. Doubling drops? Super nice. Reduces the grind, and I'm all about that. Now to the meat and potatoes. The feel of Railjack Revised. Starting with normal Railjack, one of my biggest issues with it is how it feels. You see, Warframe feels great for a lot of reasons. The speed and power of the frames themselves is a great power fantasy. Fast play is one of the reasons I enjoy this game so much, but also combined with more long-form missions like long survival missions. Railjack feels like somebody slapped that stupid Ascaris thing on the whole game. The enemies are tankier, the space fighters are tedious to fight, the whole process of playing it is difficult, and even picking something up takes 10 to 30 seconds at a time while you try to boost through 10 billion miles of dead, boring space. In the end, the whole experience of Railjack was mostly tedious, annoying, and had very little flow. Scarlet Spear alleviates a lot of those problems simply by not taking place in space most of the time. The best parts of Scarlet Spear are either on the ground or in the sentient ship. For an event that centers so much around Railjack, there isn't a lot of actual Railjack stuff going on except trying to keep the stupid satellite from dying. So how does Railjack Revised feel in comparison? I felt such an instant difference. Compared to when I first played Railjack, Railjack Revised feels a lot faster, a lot more manageable, and while still a challenge, it's also comparatively easier. My first mission involved me loading in all by myself, completely solo, almost completely blind. As I started gunning down fighters, I felt a genuine, real difference. I actually felt like I could do this in a reasonable time, even without all the intrinsics and all the mods or whatever they're called. Sure, I have Mark III gear in all slots, but even those aren't great. My first sticking point was cruise ships. There are new cruise ships, and they have a shield projected by 3 nodes, 2 on top, 1 underneath. The shield prevents all damage and even blocks you from entering at all, whether via archwing or the slingshot. I left those cruise ships for last as I cleared out the fighters. Figured out how to beat the cruise ships? In fact, it wasn't until I had cleared out the last cruise ship that I actually got any help at all. It was a relief not to have to do the mission's objective solo. I certainly died a few times. I felt challenged, but not overly punished. In short, I actually had a really good time. I didn't get tired, bored, or annoyed. It also helped that, at least in Veil Proxima, they appear to have reduced the number of fighters from 90 to 77, which felt a lot better. That's what it was for both missions I played. Apparently it's supposed to be slightly random though. This gives me great hope for Railjack to be better as a whole. I only wish it had been our first look at this new gameplay. Still, better late than never as they say. I don't have much to say on all the fine details. There's a whole dev workshop thread for that. Read that instead. Link in the descriply-do. I really wish I had more to say, but I just didn't get the chance to experience a whole lot. What I did get to experience though, I really enjoyed. Now I usually do a whole end segment about my challenges and well, honestly there's not a lot here. I wanted to make a quick video about Railjack Revised. I think the public test server is a fantastic initiative. I wish I could have taken more advantage of it. Such is life, I suppose. This video is a slight afterthought. Wasn't planned, but I suppose now it's sort of the only way I can get anything out about it. This video is low budget and easy because I want to get it out and I'm just strapped for both energy and time. Anyways, I hope this is enough for whoever watches it. So load up in your Railjack, fly into the void, fend off the fighters, load up into the slingshot, and blast yourself into a cruise ship.